Hey guys, Avatar here. Welcome back. Today I will be explaining Galcon Legends. Not to be confused with Galcon Fusion, which is his predecessor. So currently it is on Steam for $9.99 by Hasty Enterprises. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's a couple differences between Legends and Fusion, which we'll talk about a little bit. But let's dive into the settings real quick and take a look and see what's there. We've got audio, very basic stuff there. Video, again, pretty basic. There's not much to look at in the game, so that's not really that big of a deal. And you got some control menus here as well. Colorblind mode is here, which is actually very impressive, so I respect them for putting that in there. And you got some your basic options like box select, double tap to select all, right click, all that good stuff. So what is Galcon Legends? Explain it. Well, it's a very simple strategy game. You take ships from one planet and you take over other planets. So let's go ahead and see something in action here real quick. We will do the first mission here. So I have a ship here, or I should say I have a planet here, and I want to take over other planets. So this planet has 17, I'll go ahead and take that out, it's easier. The bigger the planet, the more ships it'll produce. As you can see, these numbers are going up. Now in order to take over planets, you just simply send your ships there. Now, obviously some planets have more ships on them than others. So this is a pretty big planet with only 16 ships on it, so we obviously want to take that over. This ship has 0 on it, so or that planet has 0 on it, so we want to take that over. Take that over. These bigger ones, I mean, we're in the easiest difficulty, so we can easily take them over now, but if we're doing a harder difficulty, we might want to wait a little bit for that. So let's see, what else can we do here? Let's go ahead and take that over. Because we're playing the easiest difficulty, we can honestly kind of just send our ships anywhere and everywhere as fast as possible, and we'll still win. If we were in the hard difficulties, that would not work though. The computer would start to realize what we're doing, and if you spam ships, as you can see, some of my other planets now have very little defense, so they would just go ahead and basically pick off all that stuff. So there you go. Cool, we beat it. Easiest difficulty, awesome. After you beat it, it kind of gives you some basic stuff here, continue leaderboard, all that good stuff. Everything you kind of expect from this type of game. So, what's different between Fusions and Legends? Well, there's two glaring differences. Legends has a quasi-story mode. So this is a single player, this is story mode. You know, anytime we're going to click on something, there's going to be a little, like, kind of description or a little, like, cosplayer. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. As you progress through this nice little galaxy here, you're a bill collector. Okay, very, very cool. Fusion did not really have that, but what Fusion had was multiplayer. And you're like, what? Legends doesn't have multiplayer? No, Legends does not have multiplayer. So I think that is a pretty big deal. I mean, honestly, it's not like the multiplayer was going to make you or break you in the first place, but with that being said, I think it's a pretty big deal that this game doesn't have that. It's pretty sad, but what are you going to do? So let's talk about this game itself and kind of the single player. Well, I should say the only player. It does have replayability. I've heard people have been able to beat this game very quickly within under an hour. However, you have quite a few different difficulty rankings. Right now, we'll be Cabin Boy. Commander is extremely hard. We'll go to Cabin Boy just for the purposes of this video. And within that, you also have multiple different types of, let's say, I don't know if I want to say scenarios, but really yes. What you saw here first was kind of just a straight up 1v1. Here we have a free-for-all. So we're going to have, basically, it's going to be us, it's going to be some other computer, and then another computer as well. We could hypothetically not do anything and let them duke it out. Or what we can do is, what we will do is we can just go ahead and just, command and conquer and destroy everybody, which is, again, easiest difficulty, easy to do. One thing to note is on the hardest difficulties, that's not easy to do at all. Especially in the free-for-all modes like this. Even though they're supposed to be free-for-all, they start to gang up on you pretty quickly and pretty harshly. So just keep that in mind. There is some replayability with that if you really like, if you're a glutton for punishment, as it were. Pretty interesting game though. So yeah, free-for-all here, pretty straightforward, pretty basic again. This game, it's very simple. It almost reminds me of like browser type games where you have a very simple concept, but it's just addicting. People just love doing it. It's got a nice little tone of music in the beat, which I'll kind of let you hear at the end of the video here a little bit more. And it's just, you kind of can lose yourself in playing this, right? I mean, it's very simple because I'm double clicking, clicking. That's all I'm doing. There's really no skill. Well, there is skill involved, but there's really, it's kind of just like click. But you can kind of be like, oh wow, I just spent a half hour playing this game. That's impressive. Let's go ahead and show you another type of scenario here. We got a Crab Lord invasion. So we had 1v1, we had free for all. Now we have this invasion as well. So here we have to basically follow up these Crab Lords, and we want to make sure that they don't take over anything. And basically we have to keep up with it. So we got 3 waves coming at us. We want to make sure that all the damage they do before the next wave is kind of, you know, done. And then we're going to go ahead and, you know, brace ourselves for impact on the next invasion. So we're good to go. Wait for the next invasion. Let's see if we can take a couple things off first here. Oh, I took over that one. So because I kind of, you know, again, being on the easy mode, this is going to work, but because I'm kind of spreading all my guys thin and just kind of keeping them all on one planet, they're going to be able to just kind of, as soon as they spawn, take over everything, but we'll be able to come back pretty quickly. Let's see what they got now. Okay. Well, that was kind of an easy one because they all went for the same thing there. Come on. There we go. Really, you're going to take that little last one out. Awesome. So pretty easy. And again, this story mode, this is all a story mode really is. It's just about captions. Okay, unfortunately that's really it. Not much there. No, we don't increase difficulty. So there's another little mode here as well where it's like they start with like everything, but obviously they don't start with anything good. So obviously the better thing there would have been to kind of divide and conquer, but I kind of just came out of the gate just going straight at them, which is fine, I guess. But again, easiest difficulty, guys. For demonstration purposes only. This game can get much more challenging, which we'll start talking about here in a second after I destroy Walter's homeland. Ugh. Ugh. Come on. Maybe I won't destroy Walter's homeland. Problem is I got like a shit ton of guys on this base. I need to like set them all to something that I can actually. This is closer because I mean travel time does take, you know, is part of it. Because these guys are all going to end up taking up, you know, a base down here. The best bet is just to keep my whole main army over here. Just blitzkrieg them down. There we go. So now he's not got much left, so. Alright, that was easy enough. Hey. Sneaking in the back. It's not very nice, Walter. Alright, there you go. Oh, we gotta wait for these guys. Oh, no, okay. So yeah, not much of a story, but they kind of say that there's a story there. I don't know. So, what do I think about the overall gameplay and everything? I like the game, honestly. Okay, for $9.99, can you get $9.99 worth out of it? If you enjoy the game, yes, honestly you can. There's enough for playability that you can get that out of it. However, with that being said, you have to keep in mind that this game is kind of been made before with Galcon Fusion, right? So it's pretty much the same game, not gonna lie. So honestly, what I would recommend, what I would say is, if you like this game, a lot, if you can't get enough Galcon, go ahead, buy it. It's $9.99. Maybe you want to wait until it's on sale to get a little bit more value. Sure, fine. If you like it, you'll dig it. You'll get the value out of it. No problem. Would the game be a lot better priced at $5? Probably, yes, it would. I think the biggest thing though is if you're on the fence, if you're saying this game looks kind of cool, but I'm just not, I don't know, not really feeling it, I'd probably steer clear, because without the multiplayer mode, you really have to like this game a lot to get $10 worth out of it. Okay. Also, I'd say if you have Fusion and you think this is gonna be, oh, Fusion's back, maybe more multiplayer support, maybe I can actually start playing people multiplayer again. No, unfortunately, that's not gonna be the case. Sorry, it's not gonna happen if that's what you're looking for either. So if you already have Fusion, unless you are a complete huge fan of the single player in it, it's not a buy. Okay, guys, so just not worth it unless you really, really, really like the game. But hey, it's still there. It's still interesting. It's another indie game. Definitely want to support it if you're into that sort of thing. But otherwise, you might want to try to save your money and wait for a little bit more of an in-depth game with maybe a little bit more multiplayer support. But yeah, Galcon Legends. Check it out on Steam. Maybe yes, maybe no. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Two.